can't afford that.
Right.
So when you go inside, try to be as sort of like square as possible, dress up properly,
Yes.
and careful with what you're going to ask.
You nervous?
A little bit, yeah. I don't know, it's quite weird when you can't actually speak the lingo. I had a quick look over the partition there. I couldn't see any whales stockpiled. Right in here. Hey, look, it's the stockpile. We thought it'd be in a warehouse, but no, it's in flipping boxes, lunch boxes, secreted around all the skyscrapers. That is clever. That is flipping clever. That is. Damn. Right, how much can we get in a bag? Huh? First of all, could you explain about the work of the Japanese Whaling Association, what it sets out to do?
So there I was, face to face with the whale counters and killers. You may have noticed I don't speak much Japanese, so Mai will have to tell you what they said.
It seems like people in the world have misunderstanding about whaling. In Japan, we have a very long history, tradition and culture of whaling. Japanese people take animal protein from the sea. So that means we take this protein from fishes. And we think that whale equal fish.
We've heard that supply is outstripping demand at the moment, and that there's a surplus of whale meat that's being stockpiled at the moment.
We have some stock, but I don't think it's too much.
No. But would it be possible to get hold of this stockpile? Obviously, it takes up space, which is money. I've got an idea of a way that this meat could be utilised. This was problematic, this stage of the process. To drain the water was very hard. It's an idea for eat the prawn. That's an actual one we bought from a supermarket.
Thank you very much for this idea, but at the moment, if you look at the world economy, it's not doing well.
No.
It's not really doing well. We are in a really
so a cheap
recession.
product like this might be.
But he believes that once the economy gets better, they can start selling whale meat more. So
Right.
we don't need to. He doesn't need to do this.
Okay, so there's, you don't want to sort of let me have a few whales, any of these whales that are stockpiled. You wouldn't be able to let me have them for nothing.
I left without a single whale. My hope of feeding disguised whale meat to the British was as dead in the water as the whales. But I thought I ought to check out whether or not demand for whale meat in Japan would return once the recession was over. Because if not, the death of all those whales might seem a little bit pointless.
BBC TV, can I speak to you? BBC? Whale meat, do you eat? Come back! Nah!
Eventually I stopped frightening the local schoolgirls and collected enough data to send to the Japanese Whaling Association.
Dear Mr. Eater, following our chat yesterday, I thought I'd test your theory that the stockpile of whale meat will all be sold once the recession is over. Do you eat the big... Of the 32 people I spoke to, only 13 had eaten whale meat. Good Gillette, yeah? It's nice? Yeah, you like? Of these, only one said they were likely to eat more once the recession is over. When the economy improves, would you buy more whale meat?
Of course not.
19 people said they had no interest in eating whale meat, whatever the economic circumstances. No.
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 No? No.
In conclusion, it is highly unlikely that consumption of whale meat will increase sufficiently to clear the growing stockpile. Yours sincerely, Alex, Captain Riley. They didn't reply. Presumably, they're going to keep on counting whales until the count is 0. To stop me leaving Japan empty-handed, Mai decided to let me in on the latest Japanese fish innovation, a restaurant where no fish was ever wasted. Here, a fish only got caught by the person who was going to eat it.
That's how you do it. What kind?
It's a red sea bream.
Oh, that is man v fish, and man won. That's very exciting. Thank you. It's just this kind of a gimmick that could get us British interested in a wider variety of fish, because that sense of like killing your own food is very primeval, and it could well be an excellent string to Britain's culinary bow. Wow. Woo. Look at it, it's fantastic. Sorry about that, mate, but it was either you or me.
So there I was, making wisecracks at the expense of my fish, when it suddenly seemed that he might actually be listening.
That fin is twitching, that's the only thing. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. No, that's horrible. I can't believe that. I can't, oh dear.
Get over yourself.
Fair enough, catch it, then kill it, bang. Stop, put it out of its misery, but leaving it, slicing it open, slicing all the meat off it, and it's still not even dead, and it's like there, twitching. I mean, what it must be going through, I've no idea. Is it possible to I didn't think I was squeamish about fish until I saw that, to be honest. I don't know. I think if you're gonna eat it, you should kill it first. I just think that's. I think that's a basic.
I know fish is alive, but fish is fish. But you don't really consider more like animal. Fish is
feeling
food.
Pain or.
You don't really think that way. If you do that, you can't eat anything.
All right. Arigato. Yes. It's definitely dead now, isn't it? Yes, that's better. That looks better. Anyway, I will eat the rest of it now. I mean, I don't want it to go to waste.
I was back in Britain and no further forward with finding a new seafood product. I decided to find out what we were likely to end up eating if the fish did indeed run out.
I think I'll just go with chips, please.
Just tips. Sure, thank you.
As you might guess from my lunch date's fishless order, Melissa was from the Marine Conservation Society. I was having a large haddock. It was dead.
Fish, you know, they're a great resource for us, but they're not farmed like our chickens and lambs. They're, you know, they are exhaustible, and they're part of an ecosystem that other species rely on. Seals, dolphins, whales, and also they're important downwards. So if you lose cod, you will find that you'll get an explosion of other species that used to be their prey, so spider crabs or lobsters, and you think, oh, that's great, loads of crab to eat, yeah? But then, if we started to eat the crabs, then what are we left with? Well, what do the crabs eat? And one day, if we carried on like that, we could end up with worms. And
worms?
You know, if you kept going down the food chain and taking these species out, causing an imbalance, you're going to end up with a very small thing that can continue to thrive even under our fishing pressure. We've seen this around the world. In Namibia, for example, there's massive jellyfish plagues, and it's not a media hype that you might be eating a jellyfish burger one day, because if we continue the way we were, it's possible that you could end up with a totally non-fishy species like jellyfish in your burger or with your chips.
Melissa was a genius. I was off to get ready for the fishless future.
Now, I'm in Carmarthenshire in South Wales, where apparently there's quite a few big jellyfish going begging. Let's go jellyfish hunting, come on!
Of course, for a successful jellyfish hunt, you need more than just a net. You need a highly qualified marine biologist.
Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's any jellyfish.